Petrified by your eyes in the heat of LA, energized by the ties with my head in the shade, terrified by the time cause I need you to stay. Bring me life by your side and I'll give you your way. I said my head needs some turning around. Your legs, my bed, they be hanging around. I would try to find a reason just to fly you in town. Keep your money in your t-shirt and your head in the clouds. I'll take the actions that you only wish that you could take. I make decisions that your man could only dream to make. Yo, tagging photos with some girls you always claim to hate. I see the love is only real when it's in front of your face. I'll take the shade, your cast away, your saving grace, your favorite hate. I've made mistakes, but ain't it great? I burn the whole world down to get near you. Petrified by your eyes in the heat of LA, energized by the ties with my head in the shade, terrified by the time cause I need you to stay. Bring me life by your side and I'll give you your way. I said my head needs some turning around. Your legs, my bed, they be hanging around. I would try to find a reason just to fly you in town. Keep your money in your t-shirt and your head in the clouds. Plane crashes, fire hanging over us. Tiny dances moving over all the dust. Bad bands are leading to the hanging up. Black tears, they keep bleeding through your cover up. I'll take the shade, your cast away, your saving grace, your favorite hate. I've made mistakes, but ain't it great? I burn the whole world down to get near you. Petrified by your eyes in the heat of LA, energized by the ties with my head in the shade, terrified by the time cause I need you to stay. Bring me life by your side and I'll give you your way. I said my head needs some turning around. Your legs, my bed, they be hanging around. I will try to find a reason just to fly you in town. Keep your money in your t-shirt and your head in the clouds.
The Morning Fix live radio show will begin shortly. For your best news coverage and commentary, tune in daily at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on The Morning Fix. The Morning Fix live radio show will begin shortly.
So then
that's not what it was about. But don't do that.
Okay.
That's not what it was about.
Don't
so
do what?
What's the title? What's the title
What do you
of the
mean
podcast?
don't do what?
What's the title of the podcast? Being a black woman that is existed in this world for 48 years and never experienced any of these things, hearing other black women speak about me as though this is my reality. You want to talk about frustrating? You want to talk about upsetting? You want to talk about old? Like, I'm sick and tired of being generalized. I'm over it. Just based on the color of my skin. I'm tired. Because you know what? I don't like to yell at people. I prefer... Okay, I probably shouldn't say that.
You want what? No, go for it.
I prefer to punch you.
Oh, you want to get physically violent?
Yeah, I do.
Republicans are not trying to vote suppress. They're trying to stop Democrats from cheating. Because that's what it is. Can we be honest? Democrats are cheating. Hello, everybody. It is 7:06 Eastern Standard Time here on the Primetime Fix. It is 50. No, actually, it is 64 degrees. I'm reading that correct. Wow, it's hot outside. 64 degrees and partly cloudy here this evening in New York City. Thank you for joining. I'm your host, Macho, on the Primetime Fix. And of course, we can't have this show without a permanent fixture at this point. We got Keisha in the building. What up? What's going
But
on?
it's going.
She got her
It's a little
2A beanie on today. Look at you.
and my hoodie. I mean, well, my zip up. It's 2A also. Look at that.
Oh, okay. We're about to get 2A
Oh,
up in here. We're about to get 2A up in here.
always.
So
It's a little
as
chillier here in Washington than it is in New
what is
York.
it? What is it right now? What is it?
Current temperature 49 degrees.
49 degrees. Can we trade? Like you could take the heat. I don't want it.
No, I cannot. We're supposed to have snow next week, so that should be interesting.
Snow next week, huh?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Interesting. All right. Well,
That's good. Welcome,
let's do
everybody.
this. Hello, everyone. As we've discussed last week, we've also did this last week, where we're just sprinkling in some primetime shows around this time. So yes, we are normally scheduled at 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. But I want to like experiment with the internet, see if we can just kind of like thrust into the evening, right? Just thrust, Keisha, just thrust right into the evening.
I don't know anything about thrusting, but that would be your department. Sure.
Yeah. So, anyways,
It is prime time, so
prime time, baby. Katie, how we doing this evening? We got Brian up in here. We got
what up? What up?
Puddin. Puddin is here. Puddin's not usually here in the morning, so hey, she gets to tap in on the prime time.
That's right.
Prince, Bumblebee Tuna, what it up? What it up? It's an oxymoron, facts.
Well, we need to change that introduction where it's going to start because it says it's the morning.
It says
fix,
the
so
morning fix. I got it. All right, guys. I'll talk to the producer, i.e., myself, and we'll figure it out together. Glow, how you doing? We saw Glow last night. I saw Glow last night. She's
yeah,
here.
we did.
We got Ronnie in the building. What's going on, Ronnie? How we doing? Does Macho know that New York time zone is Eastern? Yeah, I know. I said it. I don't know what's going on here. Philly fan. First off, the Rangers are playing against the Phillies tonight. Broad Street. They call them Broad Street Bullies. The Philadelphia Flyers. Yes.
Sure.
All right. We have, what else we got here? We got Pudding. We already said hello. Oh, Christina. You're using her account, by the way, on TikTok.
I am.
Because you're doing bad things and you're getting banned and stuff like that. So
No, actually, I'm not doing anything bad. I'm just being hated on by those who want me and can't have me.
who's that? Snacks the
Oh, I know.
Fisherman? Play this
You
game
still on
about
it, huh?
being facetious about saying names.
You're
If you
still
can
on
say
it?
my name and be like, fuck Mach, fuck this, fuck that, fuck all y'all, I'm going to say, all right, Snacks the Fisherman.
We
All
some
right? We saying names
Keisha was
out here.
innocent last night. Thank you very much. I was innocent. It's the Cookie Monster who took me out. Yeah, y'all weak as fuck.
Y'all weak. But you got to say it in the mic as if the mic is not loud enough. Y'all weak as fuck. You know, you got to say it like screaming into the mic and shit. Like, bro, the mic is already, the volume's up. We all could hear you blaring in our ears. Unbelievable. So, anyways, glad everybody's here. We got a good turnout, as always. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all. Also, be sure to check out.
Hi, AJ. Hi, AJ. Hi, AJ.
We already said hello to him. We even
I
highlighted
didn't
his
say hello. I
his
didn't
comment.
say hello to him. Hello,
We
AJ.
We highlighted his comment already. Why do we
I
need
didn't
to
say
say
hello.
hello to him?
Hello, AJ. I just want to say
We
a
said
special
hello.
shout
We
out.
gave him enough attention at this point. That's it. He's done. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Hi, Prince.
By the way, I got two video drops. I'm going to have another video drop tonight, some point in the night, maybe in the morning. I don't know. I'll figure it out.
On what?
Huh? So
I had
by the way, I had a live right after AJ left. Right? Right after we got off that live, I continued the live with Dylan Mulvaney's picture.
Yeah, I saw Mikey came in.
So That proceeded from that point up until 6:30 in the morning.
Mhm.
I had almost 1,200 people in this live, okay? And all I
Okay.
kept asking was the same question. I mean, it veered all different directions. You know how it gets crazy, right? I mean,
Are you
absolutely.
are you trying to brag about how many people are in your live? Nobody
I
cares. But
don't give
anyways, go
a
ahead.
damn how many people is. I'm just trying to get to the crux of the situation. Can men
Then say it.
about the experience of being a woman if they are a woman, but they're dressed up as a woman and even, biologically they're not, right?
Right.
So I'm trying to get to that, and I heard so many different answers. I was called transphobic, whatever. I don't care. I just want to get to it, right? Let's move past the name calling. Can you explain to me what's going on? We had this person named Ari. We had this person named Mark. Mark said he's homosexual. Ari is a trans woman. We had all this going on there. At some point, no, I'm serious. We had Tyler Bluntman in there. It got real wild out of nowhere. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. How we just talk past each other, right, Keisha? And it's just like missing the point. So basically,
Okay.
here's the overall prognosis. Ready? Why do
Sure.
you feel invalidated by trans women, Keisha?
I'm sorry, what?
Why do you feel
What did you say?
invalidated by trans women?
One more time.
Why do
Uh-huh.
you do
Uh-huh.
you do you
Uh-huh. I
feel
got you.
invalidated by trans women?
You stupid. I don't.
Okay. Why does the community of quote unquote cisgendered
I don't
women
I
feel
I don't know
invalidated?
anything about that cis
You don't know?
community because I'm
What
not a part of
okay,
it.
what about just in general women feeling like
Oh,
men talking
biologically
about
born real women?
yes, and then,
Okay, go ahead.
having that uprising against trans women talking about experiencing life as a woman like Dylan Mulvaney's
Okay,
doing.
well, first of all, they've never experienced life as a woman.
Mm. They're identifying as a woman, they say. They are a woman.
I don't give a fuck
That's
what
what
you
they're
identify
saying.
as.
That's what they're
Okay,
saying.
well, I identify as skinny. Your point would be what?
I'm just saying, can we get to the other side of this? Can we get to
What
the
other side
cross the
is there?
bridge?
What other
The
Okay,
other
but what
side,
other
the
side is it?
fact that you even have this stuff. First off, that video that I posted about this was just community guideline. It was just violent. I violated, and not giving me that back. The bitches with dick comment. Okay. Yeah. It and the crazy thing is, you're speaking the truth. They are bitches with dick. They are men with dicks acting like women, right?
Uh-huh. Okay.
Community guidelines, hateful behavior.
Sounds about right.
So let's all give a round of applause, everyone. Okay. All right. So as I get to the other side of this, the overall comment is the reason why women feel this way or even angry, Keisha, is
Mhm.
because it's shadow veiled or like a curtain veiled of
Okay.
transphobia. Transphobia.
So first of all, I'm not afraid of you if you're trans. Okay. My biggest problem is you want to walk a day, a second, a mile, a minute, a year, a decade. I don't really give a fuck in my shoes.
Mhm.
You have no idea what it feels like to be a woman because you're not.
Right.
You can you
Hello,
can
Amanda.
pretend. I mean, that's fine. I mean, you can, you know, feel like in your mind that you are a woman, but you have no idea what it is to be a woman. You know why? Because you weren't born one. What up, True?
Hello, Daniel. First timer viewer, and in the
Hi,
chat,
Daniel.
everybody say hello to Daniel. Welcome, welcome. Um,
So yeah, so I don't have to justify this. I don't have to explain myself in this. The fact of the matter is I was born a female. I was born a woman, and I know exactly what it means to be one because I am one through and through, genetically, DNA, the whole nine. So there you go.
yeah. So the mere fact that you have an issue of Dylan speaking up as a woman and experiencing womanhood is in and of itself. This is the way they justify it: transphobia. So I
Okay,
ask,
I have
what
an
the hell is
issue.
what is transphobia?
No,
What is
no.
transphobia?
I have an issue with a man speaking for women. Stop.
But Dylan is not a man.
Yes, he is.
You see the problem we're at here?
What's the
Because the
problem?
minute you push, so here's the issue. The problem is that the minute we have this conversation, I sat there. I said, but Dylan, we know socially wants to be identified as a woman, but Dylan's not a woman. Like, are we going to take away objective truths that we've all agreed upon for centuries? We've agreed upon this for centuries, and now they want to turn it around, Keisha. Keisha, they want to turn it around overnight. Okay, overnight they
Sure.
want to turn
Do
it
what you
around
want.
on us.
I'm not saying that you cannot identify as whatever you want. Okay, so if you want to be a cup, identify as a cup. I really don't
It's
care.
not
Okay,
that trivial. It's not that trivial, though. See, that's the issue too that they're having
why is it not?
because they're saying you can't just identify as anything. They put thoughts into this. They think about this. They even transition. They take medication, all that stuff. It's actually,
Oh, okay, sure. I don't have anything for you. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm just saying I'm probably going to make a video about that conversation. Men, once again, dominating women's space. That's going to be the headline. Men, once again, dominating women's space. And then let the conversation begin from there.
Okay.
Because in a sense, we're hearing about womanhood from a man. from the foundations of it all. So it's just crazy to me.
I think the problem realistically lies in every woman's experience is very different.
Mhm.
So in order to speak on womanhood, you'd have to generalize it. And
Mm.
nothing that they're talking about in that Ulta thing, video, podcast, whatever, is actually what it means to be a woman. Those
Mhm.
are the society, quote unquote, identification as a woman. I want to feel pretty. I want to wear dresses. I want to wear makeup.
Right.
Bitch, I don't even own a dress. Stop it.
Facts.
I mean, I don't own a
Or
dress.
this ditzy depiction.
Bubbly.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well,
Bubbly and
I'd rather
and you
beat
even
your ass
saw the way
like
Dylan was holding his hands like a Barbie. You ever seen that? Like he holds his
yeah.
hands like
I mean,
this.
he dressed up as Dorothy and
You
he's
know?
channeling his inner child.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's kind of strange, right? Come on, we have to admit that's strange,
Okay.
right? But I would love to have this conversation with people who disagree with us,
I
and
don't.
I don't care what.
I have
Why
a
not?
conversation.
Why not?
Knock
Why not?
yourself out.
Why not?
Because I'm not entertaining madness. I'm over
Let's
it.
do it. Let's do this.
We do it. Well, first of all, when we entertain people who don't feel and think like us, we're fake conservatives. So let's just have that
We're fake
conversation.
conservatives. We're
You're a fraud.
transphobic.
You're a fraud.
We're peddling white supremacy,
Yes,
right?
you're a fraud.
And so we can't fit in with Kiki. We can't fit in with Snacks the fisherman, right? Because of his standards. And we can't fit in with the trans community. Where do we fit? I mean, this is absolutely
I'll tell you where we
absurd.
fit. You ready for it? It's called the trifecta.
Hey, stay out of it. Just how it is, folks. Just how
The
it's gotta be.
trifecta.
By the way, I got some Topo Chico just to wash that down real quick.
Topo Chico.
Topo. Snacks the paroli. Let's have that up there. Let's have that. Snacks the paroli. Yep. We're happy for you, bud, but somehow you're having these temper tantrums, and for some reason you don't know how to bring it down as an adult would. And speaking of how to bring it down and letting our emotions get to the best of us, let's get to the headline of this show this
Oh,
evening.
but
on
wait, can I
Primetime
just
Fix.
give a shout out to the dick that I'm currently riding? Static.
Oh, Dick riding Static. There we go.
I just want
Yeah,
to shout out to
we gotta get
my
Static
boy
on the
Static,
show. Fellow
whose dick I am
New
currently
Yorker.
riding. Thank
Fellow
you,
New
Static.
Yorker.
Thank you, Static.
Blue.
Appreciate you.
Blue. Yeah, thank you, Static. We got to get Static on the show. It would probably be a mess. It would be a nightmare. Get Static, Kiki, and AJ. We'll have that whole little conversation.
I just
Because it
had to
was
give
fun.
Static a shout out. I mean, he should not go unmentioned in all of this.
So you're telling me you won't sit down and have a conversation with the trans community? You did this already with Becca and Matt. Right?
Okay,
So
but
you're not going to
those
do this
were-
with people who disagree, like
No.
with them? Why not? That's an echo
Uh,
chamber. That's an echo
I-
chamber.
no, it wasn't an echo chamber. It was
Yes, that
people
was.
who are honest.
Yes, that is. That's an echo chamber. Yup, we got it. Yup, we got an echo chamber, folks.
Whatever.
Yep. We're gonna be with people we disagree with on this show, Keisha. Okay?
No, you can do whatever you want to do.
No, me and you. We're gonna go into the tough terrain on the morning fix,
No,
primetime
no,
fix,
I'm busy
even on
right
the
now.
Sunday show. We're gonna do that. By the way, folks, if you haven't already, tune in to the Sunday show. Tune into the Sunday show. Simply Sundays with Mr. Full Service, aka Mr. Glenn, at 8 a.m. Eastern, folks. You guys got to tune into
Neither do
that.
I,
Show some
AJ.
support.
Neither do I.
I no longer have a friend doing a life sentence on the outside. Here we go. AJ is on a rampage today. He's on a rampage today. But I want to have some people I disagree with. Anyways, speaking of temper flaring, let's get to the headline of today's show. Obviously, today, we've been hit with the news that Takeoff from Migos was shot dead in Houston. Here's a bit of this clip here. Let's play this.
Happened overnight about 2:30 in the morning. According to TMZ, Takeoff and fellow Migos member Quavo were there playing dice when some kind of fight broke out. Someone opened fire, shooting Takeoff. Some reports indicate he was shot in the head and pronounced dead at the scene.
There were some security guards that were in the area, but they heard the shooting, but no one saw who did the shooting.
All right.
We're
going to take this segment by segment here, Keisha, because this is absolutely hard to stomach once again. But I know, people are going to have thoughts about me. I don't care. This is getting old. This is getting old. And, I hear Kiki's side out here, stitch the truth. I'll hear all these black activists side. Oh, if we only have better circumstances, if we have better opportunities, these are rich men still dying at the hands of other people because of an altercation over a dice game.
Okay. So
a dice game.
Okay, but you recognize that if you continue to live the same life that you led before, you're going to have the same outcome.
Right. And the life that they led before was because of white supremacy, according to Kiki's logic. Okay?
Jackpot, AJ.
But add Kiki's logic to it and say, well, if they have money, they get out of their circumstance, which we know the Migos is top charts hip hop group.
Mm-hmm.
Takeoff is a millionaire, and there's an altercation, and he got to get shot in the head, and dies at 28 years old. Why? Because we don't know how to control our temper. That's the problem.
Right, and he wants to continue to be a thug.
Oh, I didn't see this. That's what you were saying.
Yeah.
That's right. That part. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. If you want to continue to be a thug, like when you elevate yourself to that point where you're making millions, you should be associating and affiliating yourself with people who do the same. Why are you playing dice? Like,
I forgot the name of the band. Rodney Ratney, whatever the hell, however you pronounce it.
I don't know.
He had a band. I don't know if AJ, if you can find the name of the band for Rodney Ratney. He was in a band prior to the band he is in now. Okay, guy's crazy talented. He's he writes to that kind of rock music that I want to kill myself kind of stuff, whatever. Anyways, gets into a major fight with a group of people, and Rodney's friend got killed in the midst of it. Now Rodney didn't kill the guy, but because of the fight and he was there, he had to do time for this entire situation. Right. Falling in Reverse, I think it is. I don't know if it's Falling in Reverse or there's another name of the band, or maybe vice versa. The band he's in now is a different name of the band. Anyways, these incidents outside of hip hop culture happen very, very, very seldomly. They don't happen very often. So is it a cultural thing, or is it a power structure thing? Is it what are we dealing with here?
What I don't understand what you're asking me.
What I'm asking is this a power structure? Rodney Ratney is a white guy,
right?
Takeoff and as as AJ put in the chat, there are 7 rappers this year killed, right?
Hmm.
Not unaliving, not killing themselves. They were killed, right?
Right.
So, what is there a difference in the culture and how we deal with certain things, or is this a
I-
result of the power struggle?
no, no, there's a difference in culture and how we deal with things.
Well,
Like,
explain.
I mean, ideally, when you elevate yourself to a level, you need to elevate your friends as well. Like, why? See, smart people play dice at casino. Why do you continue to affiliate and associate yourself like a thug in the streets? Exactly. It just doesn't make sense to me. Like, people will always be jealous. People will always be envious. Thugs don't care if you're a millionaire or you're broke. If you
Mhm.
continue to walk in that path, if you continue to affiliate and associate, it comes back at you. He's 28, young and dumb. And it's tragic. It's sad. Like his
Yeah,
life
but
is over.
but
For what?
they're white artists that are 28 and they're not dying.
Okay, but they're not thugs in the street.
Okay. So the culture is different. It's not a power struggle, right?
No,
Even
it's
though
just
similar
yes.
money, similar areas. Oh, I'm in your circles, you're in my circles.
Yeah,
We're cool, we're mingling, but this side is killing each other. Is what I'm saying.
right. Because we're
So
okay.
there's another thing I wanted to rewind to in this clip here,
Okay.
which is
Hmm.
always plaguing our community right here. Ready for this?
Shooting,
Yeah.
but no one saw who did the shooting.
All right, let's do it again.
Were in the area, but they heard the shooting, but no one saw who did the shooting. A lot of folks were there.
So they heard the shooting, but no one saw who did the shooting. Does that sound familiar?
Yeah. Well, someone's telling us, but they heard he was shot by his own people fleeing an incident that had nothing to do with him.
So he was shot, but the shot wasn't intended for him. Is
I
what
think
you're
that's a
saying?
step. I don't think you sum them up in one category. Okay.
All right. By the way, we have who's this? We have a new
Yeah, from
chat
Facebook.
person from Facebook. Let's give a round of applause, everybody. Welcome to the Primetime Fix, otherwise known as the Morning Fix. Usually we air Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. So thank you for coming here. Let's see some of those chats here. But he was shot by his own people fleeing an incident. Okay. So he was shot by his own friend of a bullet that wasn't intended for him. Great. So how do we call that person a friend? Right?
Um,
If I'm armed or you're armed, I'm hoping that you care about me enough that you're not gonna put me in danger. You're gonna get me out of the way. Right?
mhm.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Security.
You're not gonna do the
I've
wild
heard that. So what they're saying is I heard that he was shot by his security. I heard that. By security, yes. I heard that.
by mistake or on
Well,
purpose.
I mean, you'd like to think it was by mistake. I
Every
mean, we
death
don't
is
know.
different. I
We weren't
don't
there.
think you can sum them up into one category. Sure. So he was shot by mistake. All right. We're only going by
Mhm.
what you're saying, right? Even still, what led up to this shooting incident? There was an
An
altercation.
altercation.
Why do we have an altercation? Right? It's
Mhm.
2:30 at night. We probably got alcohol in our system. Like you got money. Why are you there? Right? You could look. Is should you not be where you want to be? Go ahead, be where you want to be. But understand who you are and the surrounding that you're in. You cannot operate and move the same way. You're
Yeah,
gonna
I
move
agree.
different. You're gonna act different. You're in a different tier. You're in a different bracket. You gotta get out of that stuff. There's a reason why people move out of the hood. They don't still want to be in living in that lifestyle. So I don't know if he was shot by his own security on purpose. That's pretty sad. That's still even way even still. I'm getting sick of this, and I hope you are too. Right?
Mhm.
That was a bit of an awkward silence.
No, because I was gonna say something and
Okay, say it. Say it. I want to hear it. Say
what
something.
is she oh, Kevin was arguing about basketball, and he said he wasn't going to argue anymore, and when they walked off, shots were fired.
Shots were
I'm
fired.
just reading a comment.
This is the
I
comment we're reading here.
I
Quavo
just
was arguing about basketball, and he said he wasn't going to argue anymore. And when they walked, so shots get fired because of basketball. First of all, why are you arguing over basketball? Maybe who's the better player? Who's the greatest of all time? What?
well, first of all, why are shots being fired about any argument that people are walking away from? Like, none of it makes sense. None of
If
it
shot
makes
purposely
sense.
by own security, not too intelligent. Job security lost. Facts. Job
No, but
security, Brian. You're going to jail probably.
it was it was stupid bickering, and I think that makes it even more disgusting.
Yeah, that makes it worse. This doesn't get better. This
Yeah,
gets worse.
yeah, makes it
Oh,
even
just
more
walk
disgusting.
the fuck away. The reason why I laugh at people like Snacks the Fisherman because he takes things way too serious as if him and I have a really personal, intimate, interconnected relationship. Why are you taking shit so personal? I don't care. I just know where you stand. You're disrespectful. You have no regard for other people when they tell you, yo, stop doing that. You continue to do it. So I'm going to go my different way. I'm not going to get violent with you. I don't care. I see 90% of people on TikTok get violent with each other, start threatening each other. And I'm like, what the hell are you getting threatening and violent for? Do you care about that person? Really?
Okay.
Stop. Stop it. Ridiculous.
Shut up,
If y'all
AJ.
don't say Russell Wilson is the best QB ever, I'm busting shots next sports hour. Facts!
The other side returned fire, and they said Takeoff was hit again by them. Wow.
uh,
Wow.
this just gets worse
So
and
this
worse.
young kid loses his life for nothing.
I think it's pronounced Romana, right? Romana? If I'm not
Um,
mistaken, that's pronounced Romana. If I'm butchering your name, I'm sorry. They said Takeoff was there the whole time, quiet in the corner, not partaking in anything, and he got shot. Wow, some ain't right about that. The math ain't mathing by what you're saying. Some
yeah,
ain't right. If you're not even in the discussion, why you getting hit with shots, right? Unless it
because
was
your
on
friends is
purpose,
trash.
or maybe the people you rolling with, ain't really your friends. So
That
let's
part.
just let's just can we call a spade a spade?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? All right, let's get to the other big news because Mr. Full Service on Simply Sundays. Well, not he didn't cover it on this show, but he did talk about it on his TikTok about the Nancy Pelosi or the Paul Pelosi break-in. If anybody who's catching up to speed or maybe born under a rock, I don't know. Paul Pelosi, the husband of Nancy Pelosi, is in the headlines again. This time, not for DWI, not for possible insider trading. That's not what they want you to see. Get out of there. Don't look at that. No, he's a victim now of a possible nut job break-in. There's
Nut
no,
job
there's
is
no doubt in
correct.
my mind. There's no doubt in my mind the guy's a nut job. It's probably a
Yeah, a
psycho.
nut job is correct.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
nutting everywhere probably.
Okay.
Anyways, Paul
That part.
Pelosi.
That
Paul
part.
Pelosi is a top, sure. So before we play this clip, actually, let me go back for a second. Hey DJ, spin that back. Let's come back. Let's see it. Let's see Keisha's face here. So Elon Musk
Yes.
puts out a tweet of
Yes.
this whole situation that possibly Paul Pelosi and this
Mhm.
nut job, whatever the hell his name is, Paul, whatever,
Mhm.
knew each other.
Yep.
That there's a top secret website, whatever, conspiracy theorist website, and Elon plugged it into that over 100,000 views, over 100,000 likes. People were raving about it, talking about it, that these
Mhm.
two possibly knew each other, and
Mhm.
also talked about the 911 call, how Paul
He
knew
knew
the
his
name
name.
of the person, right?
Yeah, he knew his name already.
Anyways, so here's how the media pushes back against that. You ready for this?
Oh God.
Here it is. Let's look
Okay.
at it.
Here we go.
Apparently, the tweet has been taken down, by the way. Let's see.
There's also been so much misinformation in social
we go.
media. Twitter is fairly glowing with it. Even Elon Musk joined in with his millions of followers, winging out a conspiracy that had no basis from a source that had no credibility or negative credibility.
Yeah.
So what can you tell us about how all of that are
From a source, first off, even Elon Musk and Twitter, right? Now you're not even celebrating Twitter anymore. Before they used to love Twitter. Before they were all supportive of this. Now Elon Musk buys it. He's all about free speech. He's all about having this conversation. And now you see the way they're characterizing it. Elon Musk and the millions of followers and peddling these misinformation now. Now Twitter is the website and app of misinformation overnight.
Officials talking about those? How is that being processed by people who have to actually deal with serious business?
They are. And Elon Musk, just to focus on him for a second, he took over Twitter on Friday. A lot of concern over how he would handle misinformation. On Sunday, he spewed out a lot of misinformation. It was particularly a link to a conspiratorial website that alleged these two men knew each other. That was taken down pretty quickly, but not before it amassed more than 100,000 likes and retweets. As a result of that tweet, the district attorney yesterday going on the record addressing it specifically. At that point,
all right, so the district attorney addresses it very quickly. I have another link here I want to share. Just a couple of days ago, The Guardian wrote about this. See, one thing that I really liked about what Glenn said on Sunday is that the internet has a very deep memory. The internet is a pocket full of thoughts, and it's a river flowing of things. And sometimes the initial publication comes up. Excuse me. The initial publication comes out, and then they try to smother it down. So the Guardian put something out 2 days ago. And you know what was really alarming about what they put out here?
Mm-hmm.
Let's read through this. Let's zoom in on this. Ready?
Sure.
Paul Pelosi told an alleged intruder identified by authorities as David DePape that he needed to use the restroom. Paul Pelosi's mobile phone was charging in the bathroom at the time the 82-year-old made a surreptitious call to 911 and remained connected. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a major question for the chat. Keisha, don't say anything. I want to hear what the chat has to say. Who charges their phone in the bathroom at 2 a.m. when you're laying in the bed? Anyone? Anyone want to take a stab? Now, Keisha, I'll take it at face value. Sure. Maybe he could have had his phone there. He was charging his phone in the bathroom. Now, some people do have bathrooms inside their bedrooms, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Would it make sense to charge your phone in the bathroom?
Okay. Why are you doing this?
What do you mean? Why am I doing this?
Why? What is the point?
What happened? Why can't we do this? This is our world. You remember Bob Ross? There's no mistakes. There's all happy accidents. This is all happy accidents. This is all happy accidents.
Here, I got one for you then. Sure, no problem. Maybe he's one of those people who doesn't want to get like the radiation from his phone near him, so he charges it in the bathroom to keep the phone away from him.
Sure, but what if his wife calls? She's in trouble.
They have a house phone.
It could have been. Yeah, there was probably a house phone by the bed. Maybe that could have been the case.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
All
right.
So, yeah.
All right.
I mean,
nice
some
strokes.
of us sleep on top of our phones, and others charge in the bathroom because they don't want the radiation exposing them.
Nice, even strokes on the canvas. Very good. Very good. But this still raises some questions, though, right?
The only question I have is why did he know his name? And how did he know his name?
Well, according to this article, he did not. I mean, they just said the emergency service dispatcher, Heather Grimes, heard an exchange between Paul Pelosi and his attacker as he spoke in code, quote unquote, to alert the authorities there was a problem. Here's what he said. What's going on? Why are you here? What are you going to do to me? Pelosi reportedly said while on the call. Suspicious Grimes then notified police for a wellness check. It is really thanks to Pelosi having the ability to make that call and truly the attention and instincts of the dispatcher to realize that something was wrong in this situation and to make the police call in priority. Yeah, San Francisco District Attorney, sure. I don't know how it got physical, to be honest with you, unless Paul was already initiating some kind of fight back.
Okay.
to be honest with you. But the
So you're
initial
fighting with the guy and then say, "I have to piss."
no, that's a good point too. How the hell did he get into the bathroom? Because the way
Because
they
they
the
said
way
that
they
he told
described
the
it,
guy he
yeah.
needed to go to the bathroom.
Because the way they described it is that the guy woke him up out of his sleep. He was
Right.
sleeping,
Mhm.
and he came up to the bed, woke his ass up, and then boom, he's up. But the phone is charging in the bathroom. So how the fuck did he get into the bathroom?
He told the guy he needed to go to the bathroom, and the
And
guy
he's
let
just
him go. I mean, usually you go to the bathroom for cleanup. I mean, after. What?
after what? After what? After what, Keisha?
After doing the dirty deed.
Oh my god. And they had two
What?
hammers. Yeah, Paul had a hammer, and that other the break-in the guy who
I think
broke
they
in
were
had a
doing,
hammer.
like, role play, like, he called the guy over for, like, "Come work on my house," like, and that's where the hammers came from. So they
So
were
then
doing,
what?
like, role playing.
What's the setup for though? Is this a way to victimize himself or to blame MAGA Republicans, the extremism and all that stuff? Is that
Well,
what it
I
is?
think the guy was probably like, "I'm pregnant,"
Ah! Keisha, you got some nerve.
and
How
and
dare you?
he was like, "It can't possibly be mine,"
How
and the guy
dare
was
you?
like, "I love you." He was like, "I love you,
You got
and I
some
want us
nerve.
to be together," and then I just think it, like, escalated from there.
You got some nerve. Oh, I'm
But
pregnant. Just letting you know the baby's yours. You got some nerve.
no, that's what I think happened, and then it didn't work out quite like he thought it would, and so
Yeah,
he
he's
was
like,
just
"You're gonna
like,
need to leave Nancy or else."
"Yeah, I'm tired of
Yeah.
being your secret, I'm tired of sneaking in."
Yeah, I don't wanna be your dirty little secret like the
Right.
All-American Rejects. The All-American Rejects made the "I'll be your dirty
Yeah.
little
I mean,
secret.
that's what I'm
Who
thinking.
has to
That's
know?"
just my opinion. I mean, obviously, it's the same thing as the DUI. They're just trying to muffle it. They're just trying to quiet it. They're just trying to shove it down, and hopefully that we'll all forget. But at the end of the day, stop it.
But the way they're
Yeah.
covering this is so intense that the fact that you had a US Supreme Court justice and Justice Kavanaugh literally had the same kind of incident where someone had zip ties, had guns, had everything, had a whole arsenal and wanted to break in. Then after that, you had a whole protest in front of the man's house, which is
Why don't
absolutely illegal
okay, but how does like the second in line to the president not have
um,
security around their home?
because the security was with Nancy. Nancy
Um,
is in DC. We solved the clue. We solved it.
oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Nancy is in DC. She's not in San Francisco.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Security follows the asset. Why
Okay,
would
how do you have no security? Dude, you hit this door and, like, lights start cutting on, cameras start cutting on, like, people know, like, what's going on. You have no alarm system on your home that when glass breaks, the alarm
That's
doesn't
another
go off?
thing too. Where the hell
There's
is the
no
alarm
motion
system?
sensor, like, there was nothing,
Yeah.
right? There was no alarm. You have no alarm on your house. I mean, common people have glass alarms, like, you break the glass and the alarm goes off. So you mean to tell me at the speaker of the house, like, you have no, like, break glass sensors? You have no
There's a lot
alarm?
there's a lot going on here.
No,
There's a
there's not a
lot
lot
going on.
going on. There's a lot of bullshit going on, yes, but
How do you know there's bullshit? Because there's no you
dude,
broke into someone's house. Go ahead.
regular people who are no
Mhm.
one have
Mhm.
alarms on their homes. They have glass sensors, like, if you break glass. You mean to tell me they have no sensors, no alarm, no nothing? They just live in amongst the people in their underwear.
So True asked a very good question. Where's the evidence of false entry? Forced entry. Well, according to Mr. Full Service, he reported on his TikTok that the glass, I guess the window in which David broke into,
Yeah,
first
it was
off,
broken out instead of in.
it was broken outward towards
Yeah, so,
the
like, someone
outside.
from the inside broke it as opposed to standing on the outside and breaking it, because the
So
glass would
how the
go
hell did
in and
so it
not
was
come out.
staged. So it could appear that it
I
was
told
staged.
you why it was staged. He said he was pregnant.
So he was pregnant. Got it. We solved the clue. Guys, we can pack up, end the show from right here, right?
Yeah,
Is
he
that what
was
we're saying?
pregnant.
Mm.
There you go. No money for an alarm. Spent all on their money on the 2000 freezer. Yes, with
But
their
what
ice.
about all the money they've made in insider trading? They've made all that stuff,
Okay,
you
I
know?
don't we all know that it's BS. We all know that there's more to this story. We all know that they're
Mm,
hiding something. We all know that it's a cover up. It's very apparent, it's very obvious.
sure.
Everything they're doing is bad. So he just needs to own that he's closet and it's okay. I mean,
Maybe
at
it
his
was his drug
age,
dealer. Maybe it was his drug dealer too.
no,
Because
they were
apparently
booty
he was
bust
on drugs the day that he did the DWI. Maybe
they were
that's
booty busting,
their booty bus. He was breaking that back.
blowing it out.
He was like, "Give it to me, baby." Ah, you know.
Just saying. You
Oh,
know, he was
Keisha, there's
lonely and
never
he
a
needed
dull moment.
company.
There is
So there
never
you
a dull moment on this show. I tell you.
go.
All right. So the best clapback, courtesy to the producer of the show, Mandy, the other producer. She sent me a video, and I thought this was great, Keisha. I shared it with you and AJ. Of the clapback that this woman had to Pastor Jamal.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that one. Ready? Let's
Yes.
roll it. Roll the film.
Figured that they would delude us by picking somebody who they thought would in fact represent us better with a football than with a degree in philosophy.
Get it.
They thought we were so slow, that we were so stupid,
Amen.
that we would elect the lowest caricature of a stereotypical broken black man as opposed.
I hate to be the one to break it to Pastor Jamal Bryant, but they believe that you guys are slow enough and stupid enough to continue voting for the very same party that wants to fund the execution of black life in the womb and push a radical LGBTQPIA plus for children agenda that leads directly to depopulation and black genocide, all in the name of Black Lives Matter. Toodles, Pastor. Have a blessed day.
Gotti. Pastor Jamal gonna have to eat that up like Cookie
Oh,
Monster over
Pastor
there.
Jamal the cheater.
Pastor Jamal and Cookie Monster gonna have to eat together.
Pastor Jamal the fornicator. Got it.
Is he
Sounds
a
like some other
fornicator?
people. Oh yeah. Sounds like
Is
some
he?
other people we know.
How do we know that Pastor Jamal fornicator? How do you know his private life like that?
Because his ex-wife is on a reality show.
Oh, ooh, it just gets spicier and spicier. First off, I really dislike the fact that you're willing to cut off your arm to spite your leg, right? Like I really dislike that because you're like, oh, they get somebody who's a dumb black person who has a football instead of somebody with a philosophy degree in Raphael Ward. It's
Okay, so
like,
how
come
many
on,
degrees does the pastor have?
Raphael Warnock is a doctor.
No,
He's
no,
a
I'm talking about the
doctor,
pastor. I'm talking about the pastor.
Pastor
The pastor who
Jamal.
who who made a baby while he was married
Oh
with his
man,
mistress.
you getting dirty.
Yeah,
Why are you getting dirty for?
because I'm sick of these false prophets.
So you
I'm sick of
exposing
these
them.
holier than thou people standing in front of a pulpit thinking
You
because they're a pastor
got
that
that
what they
Joshua
say
spirit.
matters. Yeah, what they
You
say matters.
be
No,
bold and courageous.
you're a cheater. You couldn't even be faithful to your wife. Stop it.
Yikes! Yikes! You know,
So you
it
have
was one of
people sitting in a church listening to you, the liar, the cheater, but
oh,
yet they shouldn't be listening to that guy because he's a football player and doesn't have a degree.
hey,
Oh,
he's dumb with a football. He's a dumb black person. Dumb.
whatever.
You go after the good black person, not the dumb black person that's all over there peddling white
And you know
supremacy.
what else? He's a pastor in a church and he's supposed to be a Christian, but he wants to support the people who want to let you kill your babies. That's cool.
Raphael Warnock had no comeback for this, right? You're supposed to be a pastor that baptizes babies. Instead, you're encouraging people to kill babies.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Sure.
Molly Wop. Yeah, he's dumb, right? Yeah, he's stupid, right? How do you respond to that?
Okay.
How do you handle that, right? What do you think?
Hmm. You don't.
You don't. You just take it right up. You just take it right up where do you know what's.
Facts are facts, so they need to just get over themselves and move on. Like, ultimately, at the end of the day,
Get over it. Move
they
on.
the manipulation is real. So they
Mhm.
have nothing else, so now they just wanna say that you're uneducated because you don't have a college degree, like, really? Stop it. There's a lot of smart people who don't have college degrees.
Yeah. That
So,
started big businesses and now have Fortune 500 companies. Oh, well.
that part.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, folks. Welcome back here to Morning Fix. Oh, not the Morning Fix. Look at that. I'm so used to saying
Wow.
welcome back to.
Wow.
Welcome to the Prime Time Fix here
Wow.
on here on the Morning Fix channel, and we're getting back to it. We
Wow.
got me, we got Keisha. We're doing great, and yes, look, we got Katie craving coffee now because I'm drinking coffee over here. By the way, I work nights, so my night times are the mornings for everybody doesn't know or cares to want to know. But
No one cares.
it's the story of my life, Keisha. It is
Yes.
what it is. We
Whatever.
do we deal with what we got to deal with on here. We
Mhm.
roll with the punches, as they
Sure.
say. There's no crying in baseball, Keisha.
Okay.
Huh? All right.
Alright.
So I want to get to this topic here about big tech and government intertwining like they're scissoring, they're like so closely connected, you know? But they've been
Mhm.
telling us for years that they're not, that they're separate entities. Oh no, that nothing to see here. According to Jordan Seculo on Seculo's show today, this is what they posted a nice little quick snippet of this. Let's roll this. Roll this.
So, how intertwined is the U.S. government with these big tech companies trying to censor American speech? Now, we know because this was exposed, the Facebook content request system exposed by The Intercept. And what's in there? Well, a special web link that's live today. So this is not something that just was, live a couple of years ago. Live today, facebook.com/X takedowns/login. You have to have a government or law enforcement .govs .something to log into this. We don't know exactly who was able to log in, but we do know that when they log in, there's a formalized process for them to flag content on Facebook or Instagram and request that it be throttled or suppressed.
And you go, no, sir.
Oh, that is just juicy. That's juicy. Like,
Is it really?
are you not excited? No, that's juicy. That's
Is it
no
really?
longer a conspiracy, folks. This is real shit. It's really happening. You got a .gov, you got this. You get to go into Facebook. You have your own little separate place, like a little country club area on the website, and you get to look at your perch, and you get to go, let's flag that. That's got to go. The government doesn't approve. This is real. This is not something that we've been shouting this for years. Hey, the government is too close with big tech. Big tech's too close with government. And then you wonder why we feel suppressed by our free speech. Right?
Yeah.
And then AJ puts that comment again. Juicy. This is juicy. And that's what he thinks.
You
Look at the
know,
comment. Look at the
I
comment.
see him. I
Look
see
at
him.
look
I
at look at what he said, Keisha. Look at what he said.
Why are you surprised it's AJ? My I ultimately am. It's not shocking. It's not surprise. We see it firsthand. Anyone who knows that posts anything political, controversial, whatever, we are getting flagged. Our videos are coming down because somebody doesn't like it, not because of any other reason. But so why are we surprised by this?
Who's the one that's being taken down? Who?
Conservatives.
That's the misnomer. Because you have far left extremists that are also being taken down too.
Far left extremist.
Right.
Okay.
They're getting taken down. They're getting flagged. And conservatives, right?
Mhm.
And right wingers, which I don't even understand. Why would you jumble up conservatives with far right wingers, or even anyone on the opposing polarized spectrum of politics, right? Why would you even conflate the two? Conservatives are nowhere near that. But because we follow a guy named the Great Donald, and because we believe in the big lie, as Kiki was calling it, right? The big lie.
Yeah.
Because we believe in all that, we're not allowed to peddle
Well, the biggest
suspicions.
yeah, but the biggest threat to big tech was Elon Musk. That was
But
their
why
big
it had to be Elon? Why it couldn't have been the people?
Elon is the people. He just has the money to buy it out.
Wait,
He is
wait,
the
wait, wait.
people. So, like, if he had never bought Twitter, right? Like, a lot of things
Mhm.
wouldn't be getting exposed. Like, he's turning it up, right? So he's and not only is he digging deep, he's telling you what he's doing. He's exposing it.
Mhm.
He's saying this is what they've been doing, even like with the bots and things like that, right? So Elon Musk is the people. The fact of the matter is he just has the money. So it's the same thing that Kanye's doing. That's
Yo,
right.
I could hear it in Prince's the way he would say, "He's
Yes.
African American. He's a brother." You know?
So yeah, so Elon just has the money. So
Yeah.
he is the people though. Like it was like Donald Trump. He is the people. He just happened to become the president of the United States. And he turned it upside down and they didn't like that. So it's the same type of representation only in the face of Elon Musk.
My favorite is just to see that guy walk in first day after he bought the damn thing with a sink. It's just my favorite.
Exactly.
Like, just the absolute troll in Elon, because he is sick and tired. Clearly he's sick and tired of the
Well,
narrative.
you've seen
Imagine,
that he's supposed to be bringing back Vine.
is he?
Yes.
He
He's
wants
supposed
a
to be
billionaire
bringing
to
Vine
buy
back.
and expose TikTok. He wants to expose TikTok.
Yeah, so
Hmm.
Elon is supposed to be bringing back Vine, which was like, I guess, the original like TikTok and giving TikTok a run for their money.
So we had a conversation. I won't mention names, right? I'll just keep it very private. But we had a conversation with a third party the other day, right?
Mhm.
And this person was saying, we cannot stop taking our foot off the gas. We have to press against this entity called TikTok. They got to go. They
Mhm.
have to go. Now, some of the things that was the most revealing was this person said TikTok is not dangerous for people who are of a certain age. So 35 and over, right?
Mhm.
TikTok is not dangerous for those people. TikTok is most dangerous to people who are 35 and younger, the most impressionable, because when your stuff gets hit with violations, when your live gets suspended, it does something to you. And this person is very aware of that. And I thought that was I was like, you know what? That makes sense. When you have a social ostracization and told, hey, you're no longer able to go live for this period of time. You did bad, bad, bad. That's bad. Do this. This is good. So this back and forth of dangling this kind of popularity success, which is why TikTok is bottom up. That was first thing that he also said.
Mhm.
TikTok's bottom up, so you will see rarely famous people blow up on TikTok as much as you see a nobody blow up on TikTok. Because the idea is to control your way of thinking, your patterns, what you accept, what you don't accept, what you encounter, what you don't encounter, what you want to hear, what you don't want to hear. They're tailoring it in real time.
Yes.
So they're literally saying, hey, the fact that you said bitches with dicks, that's got to go.
Right.
Why? Has anyone been to, the Kings of Comedy? Has anyone sat through any comedy sessions? It's very uncomfortable, but it's so damn funny.
Yeah. It's
It's
not
not
even
politically.
uncomfortable.
It's not. Some of the things that get said. I laugh at some of the shit that Dave Chappelle said, but once he starts blaming everything on certain things, I'm just like, I don't agree with that. But it's funny, right? Uh,
Yes, but TikTok, the problem with TikTok is it's addicting, right? So like you find yourself scrolling for hours on end. You get sucked
mhm,
into bullshit. It's just
right?
a constant thing. And once you click on one thing, all of a sudden your whole content will start to cater. And if you've really noticed on TikTok right now, it's happening fast.
Right.
So you look at a dog video, and all of a sudden, all the videos are about dogs. It happens really fast, where before it would happen over the course of time. Now it's happening like instantaneously. If you click into food, all of a sudden everything is about food. Like you can't even
You
stop
click in the tits, all of a sudden everything's
things
tits,
about
right?
right. And it's happening faster and faster and faster now. Now everything is like an instant thing. So like one day I was like, gosh, it's weird. Like I looked at one video and now everything was about the same thing. And I'm like, what is going on? Like, how did this happen? And so they're recognizing that they're trying to find your niche, right? They're trying to find where they can suck you in and keep you. And I think that's why TikTok lives are dangerous, because people who don't have a social life, or people who are lonely, or people who don't have friends, they spend hours on end sitting in a TikTok live. And it's like, what are you really doing at this point right now, right?
We can
So
we can we can pick that apart, right? We can do that all day about why a person is on live all day, but we could also see the value of why a person is doing it. Like you just said, they probably don't have friends.
yeah,
So to suspend them from a live, you're suspending them. That is absolute separation,
yeah.
ostracization. There's a lot of things that happen in your psyche to say it that'll change you. It'll warp you.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? It'll literally say, "Oh, because I can't be around these people, I need to change my behavior. So I have to change so I don't ever lose my live access or my post access or my even my account." Right?
Right. Right.
So this person that said that to us, I was just like, I just been thinking a lot lately about that, you know, this person really exposed something really, really good, and that I kind of glanced over. It was like, oh, that probably might be extreme. But then when I really sit down and think about it, Keisha, it's not. It's real, and that's why TikTok is dangerous.
Well, it is real, but we see it amongst the people we affiliate and associate with, right? So,
Mhm.
like, it's easy for me to put the phone down. It's easy for me to disconnect from the TikTok. Y'all know I'll be like, okay, I'm over it. I'm good. And even last night, like, I got taken out a couple times, sniped right out the building, and everyone was texting me like, "Hey, you want my
By
backup?
by
You want my
by
account?"
liberals, by leftists.
No. But,
Oh,
yeah, I was getting sniped out the building. But I had many people come to me and say, "Oh, you can use my backup. Oh, you can use my account. Oh, you could do this. Oh, you can do that." And ultimately, for me, it doesn't really matter, right? Like, I'm just like, "No, I'm good." Like, I don't even care, because I'm over it. Like, I'm not gonna play this stupid game, and it doesn't make or break me. Um, and I think the dangerous part of TikTok is people have found some form of value, but what they're finding out today, currently, with all the drama and the nonsense that goes on, that 99% of these people are frauds. 99% of these people are mentally not okay. 99% of these people don't really have your best interests in mind. And the moment that you cross them or they feel betrayed, they come for you. So it's an
you know,
unfortunate thing.
yeah, I'm not looking for I'm not looking for authenticity when I really am on social media. It's a way to experience different things, different avenues, all within a fingertip. However,
Hey,
it
Heather.
does wear in on you. It does wear in on your psyche because when you look at what other people are doing, you could have FOMO, fear of missing out, or feel excluded, or feel included. And when you are dabbling the lines of community guidelines that are so arbitrary, and then all of a sudden you get hit with those warnings and you get pulled out of it, you feel like you're excluded, you're gone, and that could leave a person in despair, right? It could.
I mean, it
Does it
could,
piss
yes.
did it piss you off at first when you got
What?
suspended off Twitter? When you got suspended off your I think you said you had a first TikTok account that blew up?
Oh, my Twitter. So my Twitter
What
account,
for?
um, I mean, yeah, I've been banned 4 times from Twitter. It didn't piss me off, it just irritated me, like, "Really?" The part
Why?
that really pissed me off, the part
Why?
that
Why did it piss you off?
because they were trying to silence me.
Okay, silencing you social media, but not in real life. They
No,
can't silence you.
no,
All right, so what does it matter? So what
it didn't
about
matter.
that pissed you off?
Just because they were dictating what I could say and what I couldn't say in the social media realm. Like, I didn't really do anything, right? They just didn't like that I was, like, banging on the governor. I was banging on Joe Biden. They just didn't like it. So they took me out. I think the part that irritated me the most was, when they device banned me.
So you were gone. You can't
They're
even
gone.
make a new account. You're
Nope.
gone.
Yeah, that part probably irritated me the most
Why?
because I hadn't really done anything and like, freaking Al
You did
Qaeda
do
still
something.
had
You
their
did do
accounts.
something.
What did I do?
You didn't correct your behavior
Oh,
after
well, that's
the
not gonna happen.
suspension.
Guess
Right.
what?
See what I'm
I
saying?
was done. No,
And you make a other good point here. What's the other good point you just made? Al Qaeda has a Twitter.
yeah.
Al Qaeda has a YouTube. All these terrorist organizations we were fighting for like 20 plus years, they were the enemy, for goodness sakes. They have it. The cartel has a YouTube account doing all types of crazy shit. But you can't post shit, right? If
No,
you don't believe in, especially if you, Macho, can dip your baby toe
AJ's out
in
of control
Connecticut.
right now. He is
Oh
out
my
of
God.
control. He's out of
Oh my
control.
Lord.
He's out of
Oh
control.
wow. He's out with a rampage. He's
He
out.
is
He's
on
out
it.
for blood today. He's out for blood today. That's what it looks
Oh,
like.
because you're not, Mr. Dropping names every 35 seconds.
Snacks, the fisherman. All right. All right. So let's go with
New York.
Mr. Fetterman. Let's bring this show home today. Um, Mr. Fetterman was on the guy who's running in Pennsylvania as state senator. He is the now current lieutenant governor. Suffered a stroke 5 months ago and is
Yes.
on now running for Senate against the guy Mehmet Oz, who they say is the favorite. John Fetterman is the favorite to win this seat, by the way.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So here's how this sit down went with what's this guy's name? Don Lemon, not
Lamont.
Lamont.
Don Lamont.
Don
Lamont.
Lemon, the lime juice over here. He sat down with him, and here's how that went down.
What is your message to him as he takes over this giant megaphone that is Twitter?
No, I just am really just about just saying that I just want to make sure that we use your enormous power to just make sure that we don't have the kind of platform where we push those kinds of theories. And I'm just grateful for the opportunity to just say that given that we have this opportunity, just using the platform to really be about a force of good.
Look at this comment. He definitely sleeps on his stomach. That is great.
What was
Oh
that
my
that
Lord.
just happened right now? Okay. Sorry, Creed is
Wow.
he's
Wow.
underneath the table, and if he stands up, he's getting ready to snatch
First off,
everything.
what was that
There
look
goes.
that you gave initially? What is that? What is that look? Like, you can press mute and yell and scream at him, by the way, just to throw that out there.
I'm gonna need more than a mute.
Do you guys see that look that Keisha gave? That was intense. By the way, it sounds like you just hit him so hard.
I didn't
'Cause he
even
went,
touch him.
"Arr!"
No, I didn't touch him. What happened was he came up underneath the table completely. So he's completely under the table. His body's on one side and his head is sticking up. And I didn't want him to like lift the table. So I was trying to get him to go back, and he
Creed is about to get beat. Creed is gonna get beat in a few minutes after this show.
like
Tell you
that
that
right
much.
there, like when he doesn't listen, it's like, come on now, you're testing.
Yikes. All right. So John Fetterman, I thought we couldn't get any worse than babbling buffoon Joe Biden, and I don't want to, these guys are clearly sick. Joe Biden is sick. John Fetterman is sick. But this is
Okay,
how desperate. This is how desperate Democrats are. They're
okay,
so
but
desperate.
here's the thing. You have you have a stroke.
Mhm.
That's why those filthy bees belong in a bar. You're right, AJ. You have this stroke, right? And obviously it has impaired him. He shouldn't come back.
No.
He can't even form his thoughts, and that should just be a wrap. Like he should just not be
Like
allowed.
why see if I was a person running for office and I suffered that and I had 5 minutes too, that's clearly enough time to bring up another candidate. So
Right.
why be so selfish? Why be this way? Why does it have to be you, John? Couldn't been another representation that goes up against Mehmet Oz. Why did it have to be John?
I don't know if it's because it was familiar to the people or maybe they thought they would feel sorry for him because he had this situation. I don't really know, but what I do know is he is not fit for the job. He is not fit to be in this um in in this situation. So ultimately, the saddest part about this is they do the same thing with Babbling Buffoon, right? They keep interviewing them and show and it's like just stop talking to him. At this point, he shouldn't even have any more interviews. After that
People
debate, no, they
yeah.
should just stop and just let it play out because each time he's in front of the camera, each time he speaks, it gets progressively worse.
And you're playing more on the emotional appeal. You want people to feel sorry for you. Is that what we're doing? We're electing people into office to feel sorry? No, you are going to be a part of the state legislature. You're going to be writing laws. You're going to be changing election laws. You're going to be dealing with antitrust laws, right? I don't think that guy is competent to be dealing with that. You might be able to get away with someone coasting at the White House. Sure. It doesn't look good, but you could get away with that, but not as a state senator.
He
I'm
should have
sorry.
just
You just
quit. He should
he
have
should
quit.
have. He
He should have
should have. It's
gone to
selfish.
recover. Yeah, to do physical therapy, whatever he needed to do. So, I
Yeah,
mean,
you got 2 years, John. 2 years to recover, and then you can run.
yeah.
But the fear is they can't lose power. And this is frustrating. If I saw, for example, I've been saying this every time I take jabs with my one of my coworkers, I take jabs at the Democrat Party, AOC, and all that stuff, or even Chuck Schumer for that matter. By the way, I just put out a video about Chuck Schumer. You guys can check that out. But my whole thing is that Chuck Schumer's been in office for 42 years. So my coworker responds back and simply says, "Well, what about Mitch McConnell?" And I'm like, "You're absolutely right. I'm not gonna disagree with you because it's the side I lean on. No, I agree. These guys need to go, Keisha. 50 years, 40 years. We have a senator and a representative who's been in office for like 50 years. What do you need that for? Get new people in there already. Like what do we need to do in this country to get new people in office?
That is what we need to fix. There needs to be term limits on these senators and House representatives and all that. There needs to be term limits, and there isn't. It's
And,
ridiculous.
and God bless
Ridiculous.
you.
Hmm?
And God bless the representative or senator to even bring it up because remember, this is their job. They don't want to lose their job. This is what they live off of. They're getting all this money,
Well,
this
I think it's
loyalty,
interesting that they give the president for 8 years, but they can stay in there till they fall dead. I just think it's interesting.
and blame presidents, right? All the time for their lack
Yes,
of
yes.
cohesion and their lack of continuity in the
Well,
Senate
nothing is
chambers.
evolving. Nothing's evolving, right? So like they're so out of touch and they're so removed from reality that they don't even know what the people need anymore. They think
They
that
have no clue. Like
they
I
think
said about
$1,200 and a stimulus or however much it was is going to benefit someone. That's like most people can't even pay their rent with that. So
you know
like
what would benefit the most Americans, and I hope everyone who has made it to this point of the show to watch, what would benefit all of us? Government, get out of the way.
yeah,
Let us figure it out
absolutely.
with each other, and probably we'll
Well,
figure out.
I don't know. We're epically failing. Men can have babies, so
Yeah, and the men could dominate women's space. Not only their sports, they could also wear being a woman better. How about that?
that's interesting. That's cute though. I like
Hmm.
it. Sure.
All right, so folks, that does it for this evening primetime fix show. We'll be back here, Keisha.
In the
You
morning.
ready? We'll
in
be
the
back
morning.
right here in the morning at 10 a.m. Eastern. You bet we'll be right here. We'll be having fun. I'll be poking at Keisha, trying to get her going, right?
Or will you be sending me a text at 3:30 in the morning talking about let's do Prime?
No. That's for Tuesdays. That's probably
Okay.
going to be for Tuesdays.
All right,
Because,
everybody.
I get tired and I need to get some rest too.
Whatever. You didn't even rest, but that's neither here nor there
Come on. Why you got to throw me under the bus?
because I can.
All right. All right, folks. We'll see you in the morning, 10 a.m. Right back here. Peace. So then
That's not what it was about, but don't do that.
Okay.
That's not what it was about.
Don't
So
do what?
what's the title? What's the
What do
title
you mean
of the
don't do
podcast?
what?
What's the title of the podcast? Being a black woman that is existed in this world for 48 years and never experienced any of these things, hearing other black women speak about me as though this is my reality. You want to talk about frustrating? You want to talk about upsetting? You want to talk about old? Like, I'm sick and tired of being generalized. I'm over it. Just based on the color of my skin. I'm tired. Because you know what? I don't like to yell at people. I prefer... Okay, I probably shouldn't say that.
You want what? No, go for it.
I prefer to punch you.
Oh, you want to get physically violent?
Yeah, I do.
These Republicans are not trying to vote suppress. They're trying to stop Democrats from cheating. Because that's what it is. Can we be honest? Democrats are cheating.